I got my Togetic over 1000 CP, and it was not easy. So far, I have walked this guy 193 kilometers. I do not know how much that is in miles, but I'm assuming that's a lot. I am very proud of him. So I'm not actually playing the game that much anymore because I have a complete Pokedex. But I really wanted to get my Togetic strong because he's 100% IV. So what I've been doing is anywhere I go where it's like walking speed, I just turn on the game and I just leave it on. I glance at it once in a while to see if anything good pops up. But for the most part, I'm waiting for the rest of Gen 2 to come out, and then we can start going after those guys. I wanted to share some of my thoughts on the game, and one of the things was trading. There's a part of me that would like to see that come out, and there's a part of me that would not want to see that happen. The reason I don't want to see it happen, trading, is I feel it can be abused. The whole goal of this game is to complete the Pokedex. That's really the goal, or at least most people's goals. When and if they allow trading, people are going to abuse that. They're just going to meet up with whoever they can who has something that they don't and just trade it so they have it in their Pokedex, or either they'll trade it and then they'll trade back just so it's registered in their Pokedex that they at least had it. When trading happens, that is going to happen so quick that a lot of people, I mean, activity might be super strong for like a week, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will just stop playing the game because there's nothing left for them to do. My motivation to keep playing the game is to go out with friends who don't have complete Pokedex, and then we have to try and find what they need. That's my motivation right now. So I had a thought or a suggestion on if they implement trading. People were saying that they could use Stardust to pay for the trading, or how it would offset with the difference in CP. I also questioned if you could trade multiple Pokemon for one Pokemon. For some reason in my head it clicks to make it cost candy. And I am talking a lot of candy. For example, let's say you still need a muck, and you've been walking your Grimer forever, you're probably at like 22 candy. Someone else has 3 mucks, but they don't have a good IV Dragonite, and you do. Maybe that Dragonite is not that important to you. If you can get the muck that you need, especially if you already have another Dragonite, would you sacrifice your good IV Dragonite just to get a muck to stop walking your Grimer and maybe potentially walk something else? So let's say that sounds good to you, and then you got the person that you're trading with. Maybe they have like 5 Dragonites and none of them are good IV. Maybe he never encountered a good IV Dratini and was able to evolve one, or maybe every single Dragonite he caught was just crap. So he's willing to give up one of his mucks, a good muck, or even a crappy muck, maybe it doesn't matter to you, just to have a good Dragonite finally. There is something missing from this game, and it's like that bond you're supposed to have with your Pokemon. So when we transfer them in, there's been a lot of jokes that they like go to the slaughterhouse and are grinded up and murdered. But clearly there's no connection with those Pokemon. Even if we come across something new that's better than what we've been working on for so long, we will ditch that one we were working on for the better one that we found. So I don't like that. I honestly think they made the game a little too easy. They should have made everything we encounter and catch like maybe half the spawn rate, or maybe a little harder to catch. I remember there was an update and all of a sudden the Pokemon were harder to catch. Like people noticed Rattatas and Pidgeys coming out of like Ultra Balls, and like what's going on. I thought it was kind of funny. I actually thought it should have been like that from the beginning. They shouldn't have been so easy to catch. Anyways, my point is this. Does it make sense to have a trade cost 100 candies? Yes, I said 100. Think about it. Now it'd have to be 100 candies of the Pokemon you are trading. So let's go back to my example. Okay, you really need a muck, and you have a Dragonite. Well, if you really want that muck, okay, this would eliminate the whole, oh, let's trade, register Pokedex, and then trade back. Or it would stop, you know, oh yeah, let's trade. Oh, I got what I want. And they move on. Oh, let's trade. Oh, I got what I want. Oh, I got what I want. And the next thing you know, everyone has a complete Pokedex. I feel like this would eliminate that problem. You would have to trade your good IV Dragonite for this muck along with 100 Dratini candies. That would probably make you second guess about the trade. You would actually think about how much is this Dragonite worth to you? Does he mean something to you? Is his IV actually pretty good? Does he have a good moveset? How much have you powered him up? A part of me thinks that's a good idea. Then the same thing would go with the guy with the muck. I mean, maybe he only has 22 candies because he just evolved like his second or third muck. Then to him, it's like, whoa. I mean, I'd love to trade, you know, I don't need this muck. I'd love to have your Dragonite, but I don't have enough candies. Now, my question is, would that influence him to walk the muck so he could get more candies to make it available for him to trade? Also, would this help obligate others to go out and specifically look for the Pokemon that they need for this? Because people are no longer specifically looking for Pokemon that they need for something like this. They only do it if they don't have it in their Pokédex. But this might push them to go find a specific one so they get enough candies so they can trade to get the exact stat Pokemon that they want. I don't know, in my head that sounds good. If it costs 100 candies to trade something, I mean, you better make sure that that's what you really want. I mean, I can do that with Magmar, Scyther, Tauros. I'm pretty close on Jinx. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have enough candies to trade a Jinx if it were 100 candies. I just thought of something too. So when they bring out the rest of Gen 2, I don't think the spawn rate is going to increase, or like the amount of spawns. So imagine everywhere you go to play this game, all the Pokemon that show up, let's just say it's 150, that it has room to show up, and the odds, or however their system works. Now let's add Gen 2 into that. I don't even know how many Pokemon are in Gen 2. But I know it's not like 12. You add that number from Gen 2 into the 150 that we already have, I don't think they're going to spawn more Pokemon than there already was happening. I think it's going to be the same amount. It's just going to be some of those original spawn points are going to be the Gen 2 Pokemon. What I'm saying is, the more Pokemon that they increase into the game, I think it's going to be a little harder each time to find that specific Pokemon. Because it's not going to show up as often as it could, because there's already too many other Pokemon to take that position. I do hope that is what happens in the game, and they don't like eventually just, you know, trade them off, or trade like the ratio of spawning or the percentage rate of Gen 2 spawning more than Gen 1. I really hope they keep it all random, because that would take us longer to find what we need and play longer. Anyways, I don't have much more interesting things to talk about in the game. I'm not as involved with it as some other people and channels. There's some great channels out there. Trainer tips. I am curious, does anyone else have a stronger Togetic? I'm sure somebody does, because I know some of you have hatched 4, like I've actually spoken with you. And I'm sure somebody has hatched maybe 5 or 6. And that'd be enough right there to just evolve straight into Togetic and power him up. I hatched 3 Togepis, and that only got me to 36 candies. So I had to walk the rest of the way to get this guy. What? I like showing you off. You're pretty strong. Really? Whatever. So does anyone have a stronger Togetic? Send me a picture, comment. I would love to see it. Tell me what the CP is. Do you know its IVs? I'm curious about that too. I feel very lucky about that I got 100% IV Togepi. Like, I was shocked when I checked. The only other 100% Pokemon I have is Rhydon, which I don't even know if I hatched that or caught a Rhyhorn or caught a Rhydon like that. I just decided to check one day with all the IVs, and I had a 100% Rhydon. And the other one is a Hitmonchan, which I did hatch. And no, he doesn't have the ideal moveset. Anyways, that's it for now. Since the game has been slower for me, I've been focusing on 2 other things. If I do ever play it, it's with somebody who needs something that they don't have. So hopefully this weekend we go to the Pike and we're going to try and hunt down a Lapras. Also, I've been getting back into the actual trading card game. Yes, I play online. I'm not very good. because I haven't played that long, so I don't have a lot of cards. So if you play the Pokemon trading card game online, I think you can add friends, I'm not sure, but if you want to add me, Beau. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate any and all feedback. I have such a hectic schedule, it's hard for me to upload and edit and create something appealing to watch. So I will do my best to make it more entertaining each time this happens. Catch you later, trainers.